Let's talk about the truth about amyloids and dementia and Alzheimer's, and the fact that it was actually a Dr. Alzheimer, I think, who identified the amyloid plaques to begin with, right? And so then they were like, well, these amyloid plaques are the thing that we need to be solving. But it turns out medications that seem to solve it don't actually solve Alzheimer's.
So there's actually a book, How Not to Study a Disease, The Story of Alzheimer's. This book, and chapter 2 in my book is essentially a synopsis of that with some other pieces. And it's this conversation around what the happened, right? Like, how did we spend billions and billions of dollars and so many hours of smart people's time only to end up with medications that don't work? And part of it is because what we really need is a paradigm shift, right? We're socialized to think that we should be able to take a pill that will make our medical problems go away. And also there's perverse incentives in the pharmaceutical world, right? If we can create a single molecule intervention that can solve our problem, it can be patented. And then now there is this incentive to put the billions of dollars that it takes into the research funding. Unfortunately, that hasn't played out. So when we target amyloid, as you mentioned, we don't get an improvement in cognitive function. What some people will experience is a slowing of the progression of the disease process. So that comes at cost though. One, it's very expensive. So these medications are usually around $30,000 and they're administered by IV. They also come with a risk of brain bleeding and brain swelling. And a lot of people, I think, have this idea like, okay, if I'm going to take that risk or spend this money, I'm going to wait. It's going to be my last ditch effort when I have advanced Alzheimer's. They're not even approved for that. You can only use them in the earlier stages.